Welcome to part 6 of the Beyond the Secret NLP training series. In part 5, we explored anchoring, how to install powerful emotional states and trigger them intentionally. Now we move into a concept that explains why some people succeed consistently and others struggle even when they have talent. In NLP, we call it strategies. A strategy is a step-by-step mental pattern that produces a result. Success leaves a structure, and once you understand the structure, you can redesign it. A strategy is a mental sequence. It is how your mind moves from thought to decision to action. Strategies are built from representational systems, images, sounds, and feelings. They are often unconscious. Most people don't realize they are running strategies, but they run them every day, and the strategy produces predictable results. If your strategy creates motivation, you take action. If your strategy creates doubt, you hesitate. The strategy is the hidden engine behind behavior. Every person has strategies. You have a strategy for deciding, a strategy for learning, a strategy for motivating yourself, a strategy for confidence. Even procrastination is a strategy. The question is not whether you have strategies. The question is, are they producing what you want? Because the mind repeats what is familiar, and strategies are mental habits. Strategies create results because they create state. A strategy is not just a thought pattern, it's a pattern that generates an emotional response, and that emotional response triggers action or avoidance. If your internal sequence produces certainty, you act. If your internal sequence produces fear, you delay. Then results repeat. And over time, those repeated results become identity. This is why understanding strategies is so powerful. It allows you to change the mechanism beneath behavior. Let's take motivation as an example. A motivated person often runs a sequence like this. They picture the reward, they feel the satisfaction, they hear internal encouragement, and then they move. A procrastinator often runs a different strategy. They picture the difficulty, they feel pressure, they hear doubt, and then they stop. Same task, different internal sequence, different outcome. The difference is not personality. The difference is strategy. Procrastination is one of the most common strategies people run. It often looks like this. They picture effort, they picture failure, they feel discomfort, they hear internal resistance, and then they escape into distraction. And once the distraction happens, the nervous system feels relief. That relief reinforces the strategy. So procrastination becomes conditioned. But once you understand the strategy, you can interrupt it, and you can replace it with a better pattern. The key to changing strategy is first discovering it. To do that, you become a conscious observer of your inner process. Ask yourself, what do I see first when I think about doing this? What do I hear next? What do I feel? Do I feel excitement or tension? Do I see success or failure? Strategies are built from sensory steps, and once you become aware of those steps, you can change the order, you can change the intensity, you can redesign the sequence. One of the most powerful ideas in NLP is modeling. Modeling means find someone who consistently gets results and discover how they do it internally. What do they picture? What do they say to themselves? What do they focus on? How do they generate confidence? Then you copy the structure, not the personality, not the background, the structure. Because excellence is often a repeatable mental strategy. And once you learn it, you can install it. Here is where anchoring becomes valuable. If you want to change a strategy, begin by firing a positive anchor. Confidence, calm certainty, motivation, then run the new mental sequence from that empowered state. Because state influences strategy, and strategy influences state. Repeat it until it becomes automatic. Practice is how strategies become installed. The mind does what it rehearses. In part 6, we've learned something empowering. Strategies are learned patterns. They are not fixed traits. They are not destiny. They are simply sequences the mind has practiced, and what is practiced can be upgraded. Small changes in strategy can create big changes in results. Because when you change the internal sequence, you change behavior. And when behavior changes, life changes. In the next part, we move into reframing, one of the most powerful tools in NLP for changing meaning and transforming emotional experience. Please subscribe to this channel and connect with me on LinkedIn and Facebook. The links are provided in the video description below. I'll see you in part 7.